Awesome, man. Let's rock. All right. Well, then thank you, ladies, for being here. This is another episode of Real Talk. So we have some special guests today from KW. Please introduce yourselves.
From KW?
I don't know why I said KW.
We got to redo that one. From Chay to Spaniol Realty.
Actually, feel free to...
That's
that was your phone?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, you don't have to answer.
I'm not going to say, why did I think KW?
Because we both used to work at KW.
Yeah.
That could be it. Yeah.
All right.
But it's KW has.
Well, there's going to be a blooper. There's going to be a blooper now. So we're good.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I was about to get punched right now. All right. So another episode, DB Group. We have special guests. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Chay Spaniol with Chay Spaniol Realty.
Okay.
I'm the managing broker, and I'm excited to be here.
Perfect. Thank you for being here.
My name is Melanie. I'm with Chay Spaniol Realty. I've been with her now for about, 4 months going on. It's been really great. I'm excited to share my story.
Good for you guys. And then how'd you start your company?
I worked at multiple brokerages, always been in management, leadership. I have known for many years that I wanted my own brokerage.
Yeah.
As an independent agent, once you start growing a team, you're pretty much running your own. You're doing it
anyway.
Yeah, you're running your own. So I wanted to obviously keep my own income. And there's things that I saw as far as like space and luxury and things like that where I wanted to have as my own team. So I was able to develop that on my own.
That's super cool. Now, I don't know if you're willing to divulge this, but like I kind of did the similar thing. I like to I wanted to create a lending platform for lenders, you know, for LOs. I wanted to be very sales-centric. Was that the same for you? Like you wanted to be more about the realtor perspective?
Yes. A big part of real estate is compensation.
Yes.
A lot of brokerages take a lot of compensation from agents. Yeah, big cut. So I wanted to build something where education was a big part of it. Nice environment, but you still got to keep your money because what you find is people start growing and they'll leave. Yeah. So I wanted something that is going to be beneficial to agents and really good for teams. So cool. I'm looking to start growing that a lot more too.
And where are you guys based out of?
We actually have our addresses in Lyle, right down the street, but we have a physical
neighbors?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Right. But our actual physical address is in downtown Downers Grove. So it's really a beautiful space, perfect location.
There's no parking downtown.
It isn't, but you know what? There is a garage. Nobody knows about that garage and it's
a secret?
Free. Yeah, it's free. It's like free parking.
Well, I'm the guy that doesn't know.
Right,
I circle and get frustrated.
Right over, and I park in the library all the time.
I park at a bank. I forgot, is it BMO? Yeah, don't tell me.
That's what I was going to say. You're not supposed to be there.
Yeah, don't tell me. Always just park there because I'm like, I'm so frustrated. There's no parking.
It is not a lot of parking out there, but it's kind of one of those cities where I feel like it's a walking city. So mostly people that live in Downers Grove are there, but it is by their train station. So there's a lot of commuters.
That's a lot of commuters.
So it's a nice, beautiful area. As you know, over here is just gorgeous anyway. Lyle, Downers Grove, I feel like is almost like a little hidden gem.
They really are. They really are. Especially if you don't want to pay like the surcharge Naperville prices. Like it's Downers Grove is actually pretty expensive.
Yeah, it is. I feel like Lyle
is decent.
Is literally Lyle. All of them neighborhoods are $1 million.
It's getting up there.
You know what? It's just a wing of Naperville, but the expensive wing. That's how I feel.
Oh man, yeah.
But for people in the city, you can get on the train or drive to the city in 30 minutes.
Real quick.
That's the same exact. You might be living 10 minutes away in the city, but you're going to sit in that 20-minute traffic. So,
but that's where I make my phone. So I live in the city.
Okay.
Coming here is perfect. Going home. A little obnoxious. It's a little traffic, but I just make my phone calls.
Yep, it is. But I don't got time for the calls. Like I'm done. When I'm done, I'm done. So it's nice to.
That's awesome that you say that, actually. It's hard to check out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I have to have a cutoff, And we were just kind of talking, and I'm sure we'll divulge into this a little bit more with difficult clients and all that. We're the liaison almost between all parties of the transactions as a realtor. We talk to the lender.
You guys are everything.
The other agents, the lawyers, all of that. So we're trying to keep people excited on a regular basis and keeping them up when they're like, I want to give up.
You guys are the lender, the attorney, the cheerleader.
Exactly.
You guys are all of it.
We're their therapists, and then we need our therapy after. So this is it. Moments like this is our therapy when we kind of get to just be ourselves. And
I love that you said that too. I feel like we rehearsed this, but we didn't. That's actually why we launched this. We wanted just to kind of just talk. And just be human for a moment, right? Because we have such real estate breath all the time. Have you guys ever gone out with your friends and they're like, don't talk real estate, don't talk work?
Right.
That's all we talk about.
Right.
I don't know other topics.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I heard there was a presidential election.
Right, exactly. But people are voting for realtors at that point, so it's just
exactly. Like who's on the ballot?
Right, I know.
Melanie, so we met at an event. It was a veteran event, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool.
It was.
That was high conversion. The turnout wasn't what I expected, but that was high conversion.
Really?
High, yeah. Really? Shout out June.
Yeah, June's amazing.
Yeah, she's great. Talk to me about your experience on these events. How do they go? How do you like them?
I like them. Yeah. I'm kind of, being new in the industry, fairly new, getting my feet wet. I'm kind of like just taking everything in. I'm learning from everybody, whether it's the lenders, the agents, the attorneys, everything that I hear in these events or, seminars. I'm taking it all in. I'm absorbing it all.
Just trying to be a sponge.
Yes.
What are your challenges being new?
Patience. I think that's what it is. Patience is the biggest thing. Staying positive, balancing family. And I have 5 children, married, I have my business I'm trying to create.
We need to get a couch in here, JT.
Right.
this is therapy right now.
Exactly.
So it's just, having to be my own cheerleader sometimes. Like Shay's really good at when I get off the phone with her, I'm like, you know what, I can do everything. I can sell the White House. It's cool. Right.
Yeah.
But it's when I'm just with myself, or if I had a discouraging moment, I have to kind of uplift myself and show okay, this is what you did. You stuck with it. You persevered, right? You even though you had bad times or struggles, you came out on top. You got it.
So how seasoned are we now? So you're saying it's fairly new. What's fairly new?
Right now, I would say I started about 3 years ago. I got my license.
Yeah.
And then
it's a slow transition over.
It is.
Yeah.
And I wasn't completely active. I think I had it in holding for about a year because I was kind of ooh, do I?
So that means we're licensed but not participating,
right? I'm I don't know. I'm scared, right? And then I got back with Keller Williams, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a year. After that, I said, I think I need to do some research. I need to make some changes. It's something for me that I'm not hitting right now, and I need to find it. Yeah. And so I was doing my research. I have connections with multiple people in different states, and I was looking at them and looking at the brokerages that they were with. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, I think I got it. So she popped up on my news feed. Okay. I had met her. We're from the same place. We just really connected, and she popped up on my newsfeed, and I'm like, she opened her own brokerage. Yeah. I want to talk to her. So I messaged her, and I'm like, hey, that's cool. Can we talk? And it just shot up from there. As soon as I got with her, 3 weeks later, I had a cash deal, a quick transaction. Okay. And then I got my other clients. I have rentals. I'm just flourishing. And it really shows the environment that you're in. Yes. That's kind of what waters you and allows you to grow and expand.
Good for you. I love that story. And then I think you found a mentor that is going to help you learn the tricks of the game.
She's so smart.
I don't think you get that at every brokerage.
No.
They'll have their little trainings and stuff, but even getting licensed, the content of licensing isn't what we do on a day-to-day.
Right.
So you kind of have to adapt quick.
Yeah. And that's and you're right. Having her be available. Right? Having her be able to answer a question if I have it. I know I come hey, this might be dumb, but I'm able to talk to her, and she's able to just be straightforward with me. No frills, no fluff. Yeah. This is what needs to be done. This is what you should do in this aspect. And I take all of it in. I'm very good with constructive criticism. I feel like that's how you grow as a person. And so having her just be straightforward with me, walk me through this, I'm just so blessed with it.
That's awesome. And then how do you feel about starting your own brokerage? Is it everything you expected? Are there other challenges that you didn't anticipate?
And there's a lot of challenges when everything's kind of on your shoulders. And as you know, everyone wants to be a boss, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to be in charge, but sometimes being in charge, you're not always the good guy. You're not always this. Or when that constructive criticism has to come down, it's coming from you, not necessarily all these different departments at all times. So those are the harder, challenging parts of it. Yeah. It's being that person for everybody too is a little tough. Yeah. It's wearing many hats. But prior to having my own brokerage, I was a managing broker for a large brokerage.
Oh, anyway. So you already kind of dealt with it.
So I did a lot of it on my own. So it wasn't like I just threw myself into it.
You kind of
I've been working up to my goal for a long time.
Good for you. Congratulations. I love seeing the success stories. I'm also super excited about the will.
Yes.
So JT, they also didn't really know about the drinking that we got going on Fridays. So what we do here is we spin the wheel. We got 3 questions for Melanie and you. And if you guys want to answer it. Then we all drink. If you guys choose not to, then we take a shot.
Okay. I'm ready.
Would you like me to go first?
Please do the honors.
All right.
We can have you do the next spin.
Let us see.
Okay, I like this one. All right, so actually, let's do this for each other.
Okay.
So Chay, if Melanie was arrested and you didn't know why, what would you assume it was for?
One of these clients getting out of pocket, like one of these people sitting here, she like, look, I've been patient with you for 30 days. You are going to buy that house at this point.
You're taking this house.
Yes.
Okay. So she's losing it with a client.
Yeah.
All right, and if Chay were to get arrested, what would it be for?
That's a hard one. Right now, currently, probably that puppy at the house that she's dealing with. She's having a struggle with her little puppy that she just bought, and but other than that, I would have to say probably the client still. Mm-hmm. We are working with some clients together, and they're it's a struggle, but we're getting through it. We encourage each other, but she knows like when I'm like I can't do it. I'm done. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's like, I know how you feel. I
have to
get
let out some aggression,
right? And then I'll be like, you know what? I'm sorry. Like I shouldn't have said that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know for me, I'm not a risk guy. If I'm at a club, someone hits me, I'm like, "Are you hit me, buddy?" But if I were to go out in the country, I think I'd be arrested because I don't know all those local laws.
Right, exactly.
Right, like I want to go to Dubai, but I'm scared.
Oh no!
Oh, that's where
I have a potty mouth, and apparently you can get arrested for cursing.
Oh my goodness!
So,
I have a potty mouth too. Yeah,
I saw somebody say recently they got arrested, and I believe it was his wife or whatever. They were holding hands, and he went to jail for that.
They should have known better.
Really?
They should have known better.
Are you?
No, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
What country is that?
Dubai.
Oh, still Dubai?
Yeah, it was Dubai.
Oh shit! Keep your hands to yourself and then say nice words. Got it.
Exactly.
Just don't say anything.
Right.
Just walk.
My friend wanted to do her 50th in Dubai, and then I sent her like a reel of like all the things you can't do, and she was like, "Never mind, we're going to jail."
I'm gonna need you to share that on my feed.
Yeah.
She was like, "We're going to jail. We're gonna go to Greece
in case I get crazy and want to go."
Exactly. Look,
you mess up and wear the wrong hairstyle,
right? No, for real.
All right, well, let's have our first shot, and then it is always tradition for our boy JT to join us on the first one.
Come on, JT
in the house.
Let's go. Salud,
all right,
guys.
Salud.
I told him I'm not a tequila guy.
Whew. He's pretending like that's liquor, that's water. No, I'm just joking.
I always pour the shots as he's airing because I always wonder if people believe it.
I know. No, that was the shot. That was the shot.
It was definitely tequila.
Yeah.
All right, Chay, let's do the honors. Next one.
All right. Vanna White.
Oh,
my favorite.
This is perfect. Chay and I just met today, so this is authentic.
You know what? I just met you today, but I've been to one of your events. However, I work with your lenders, multiple lenders of yours. So because I'm in your house, I can speak on one of my favorite lenders that I work with yours, Karina.
Karina's great.
She's awesome. I can tell, and I've said this before at your event. She worked out an incredible client for me. It was a military man, older gentleman in his 60s, late 60s, very grouchy. He was renting a property that I was going to sell, and he was telling me why I'm not selling. And I'm like, you better find a new place to live. I'm selling this house. While you're here.
Yeah. Pack up.
Don't bring your,
we're not in the buy, you're out of here.
Yes, but I was like, you know what? Why don't you buy it? You're renting here. You love it. Why don't you buy? Oh, my credit's not good. I'm not giving my kids a house and all this stuff. Long story short, he did have poor credit, but because he was a veteran, credit is not the main source.
It sure isn't.
So his credit was in the 500s.
Yep.
Karina was able to get a clear to close in 10 days.
Shit.
And we closed, so he never had to move from the property. He was so ecstatic. He was the whole time. I don't think this is gonna happen. Calling me all the time.
Right.
This isn't real. You need to tell me up front now if this is gonna happen or not.
You're playing with my emotions.
Yeah, he was. Closed. he's literally one of my biggest fans right now. He's throwing a party at the house. He's the DJ. I got to be at his, house morning. He's so ecstatic and he wants to buy another one. And he's excited to be able to pass that generational wealth down.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm just fumbling all day. I already actually know about that relationship.
Yep.
You guys had like a lunch and learn and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, them shots.
Right? They're getting to me. They're getting to me.
I learned that what she said about the veteran and the credit from you at that event. And you taught me a lot of things from my husband being a veteran that I did not know.
There's a lot of myths. And it's not even a plug about, cross country. Like, that's why we don't have the logo here.
Right.
It's just, it's unfortunate if you have a realtor that's aligned with a bank, for example, those guidelines are different, right? We do true guideline. VA, FHA, conventional, they have their actual set of guidelines. But if a company chooses to make things a little bit more strict, that's on that company's perspective, right? So like if you go to some banks won't even talk to you unless you have a 680 for a conventional.
Wow.
But the requirement is only 620, right? Some lenders won't work with a FHA borrower unless you're above 600, but the guideline's 500.
Yep.
So we work with true guideline. And VA actually does not have a credit score requirement. No one really knows that.
Right.
And if you Google debt to income ratio, it'll say 41. That's also not true.
Why is that information not ready and available for everybody?
It kind of, if you're in the lending side, it kind of is.
Right.
But if you're working for a company and you're like, all right, my company does 600, you just rock with that, right?
Right.
You just roll with it. But then you're going out on social media saying, hey, if you have a 600 credit score, I can help you. No, I need the industry to put asterisks. You can do that.
Right.
But the reality is you don't need to have that. That's just for your company.
And I just learned something new. I've never heard the FHA guidelines was 500.
It's 500.
Yeah, I've always been told 580 or higher. So that's something
for those
new.
Companies.
So I may be testing you guys again
Test it out.
on that. That's
Test it
awesome.
out.
No, absolutely. I love cross country. Like
we appreciate you.
I'm just like the information that you give at all of the events and the lunch and learns and everything like that, very vital information.
No, we appreciate that. Like, I'm at the stage of my career where we just kind of want to give back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had that client too, and we're like, damn, if you got a better rate, go clap.
Right.
It's all good.
Right.
But I'm also running a business too. I can't give it away.
Exactly.
But we want to just educate. A lot of our events actually bring a lot of loan officers. I don't care. My team used to be mad at me about that. They're like, why would you let the competitor?
Because they come over when they find out information. Yeah. So as the same, when I have lunch and learns, I allow other outside agents because they get that vibe.
I love that.
And they're getting that education. That's how you build your team. Yeah. They may not join today, but they're like, man, I'm turning down people when I know that if I was there, I could have. But it stands also what you were stating, and you too, Melanie, why don't people know? But that's a big part of having an agent that's educated and continuing education and getting and filtering for that. Yes. So that's why it's so important that people have an agent that's active and not grandmama's friend, that doesn't do real estate. So having that education behind it.
We got to make that a real.
I love how you segued into that. That's why you need an agent to educate you on these things.
You need who you work with matters.
Who you work with matters.
Right. You got to pick the right people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's a cliche, right? People are like, hey, who you work with matters. Like, all right, yeah, you still suck. Who you work with matters.
It really does.
It matters.
It does. And I want to touch on this, and I know we're not going to make this a huge educational thing.
Yeah.
I even had a client come to me today, a new thing I learned about people using their Section 8 vouchers to purchase a home. They have a program where they put them through and they get, after they're
There's
done
a dollar
with that,
amount to the voucher.
Yeah. And lenders, they can go to a regular lender, which this lady says that she's going to be doing, and getting a pre-approval. So again, having that education behind you, that's whole nother thing. And that's a niche market.
And that's a community that needs that help and does not
Absolutely.
know.
Overlooked community. And that's like what we're really trying to hone in on, is the community that people mostly overlook and count out,
Yeah, I think that's special that you guys do that, because I think some people shy away from it, right? Because if we're being transparent, sometimes Section 8 typically means lower dollar amount houses, right?
Right.
I only rent to Section 8 people now.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
That
well,
is
we
awesome.
need your property addresses because I get them all the time.
Yeah. So anything that I'm looking to buy now has to be Section 8 eligible.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I mean, everything though, right? ITIN, I'm Hispanic, right? A lot of people don't do ITINs, not because they don't do them. because they don't know how.
Exactly.
So we go into all of it now. We want to help all sectors, whether it's luxury, I-10, it does not matter. We want to be able to help.
Yeah, exactly. And people are in situations for different reasons. I've had a Section 8 person. It wasn't because she was lazy. It was because she adopted children. Her husband got laid off.
Circumstances.
And then she turned around and bought a $300,000 house and then turned around and bought a $200,000 townhouse. That was Section 8 getting the education behind it. She was ready to do another rental. She was able to buy a house.
I love that. So, success stories just get you going.
Yeah, it does.
Circumstances does not have to be your reality.
Man.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Now that needs to be a logo.
Yeah.
We're going to make a t-shirt. We're going to make a t-shirt.
We dropping some gems up in there.
I'm not happy though. Let's take that shot then.
Yep.
Oh man. JT said we have 3 podcasts today. I'm about to be. This is crazy. All right, don't make a face because you guys didn't make a face, so I got pressure. Oh man,
I'm on camera.
I just had heartburn hit me right there too. Whew. Getting old. All right, one more spin. That was a Halloween question. We could skip that.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to update that. Have you ever been fired?
Have I ever been fired? Actually, no.
All right.
I leave before I'm fired.
That's actually sharp. I like that answer. How about yourself?
I could say possibly yes, and I am
Possibly.
And I am the type of person, or I was the type of person that if you did, I'm going to let you know everything at that moment. I am one of those people that I'm thankful that, cameras were not out at that time.
That's hilarious.
I started working my first job when I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
In the cold streets of Alaska.
Okay.
Oh, are you
and
serious?
I worked there for a year.
That's a cool story.
And I remember, and I know you didn't ask the story, but it's kind of funny now. But I wanted my friend to hang out with me that day. She wanted to come over my house. So for my shift at McDonald's, she stayed at the restaurant the whole day. I made sure I snuck her some food.
Yep.
My boss was there, and he was like, "She can't be here anymore." I was like, "This is a free country. She can stay here if she wants to," and all this stuff like that. So I guess I wasn't fully fired. I kind of quit. And I'm like, well, if she leaves, I'm leaving too. And he was like, well, don't come back. And I'm like, and I won't come back. And all this stuff. Later down the line,
things over.
I know.
We're going to make this worthwhile.
Blah, blah.
Throw a hamburger on somebody's face.
But I was 15, guys. Like, that's not nothing I would do. But later down the line, I ended up years later getting a better job. I was working with children at that point, and we on a field trip came there, and that same manager was the manager. He actually apologized to me and gave me my food for free because I was so young. Yeah, when he was getting out of pocket, I was too. But
right.
15,
yeah, I was young. Yeah, I was very young. So yeah, that's my story.
So I don't know if you would know or remember. So Alaska, you get paid to live there?
Yeah, it's called a permanent dividend. So after you're a resident, after 3 years, and I haven't lived there in a long time, but 3 years, everybody in your household would get money, like $1,000, $1,500, depends on what, because Alaska has oil. Yeah. So it's like a rich state. So we would all get money. So we'd be young.
That's interesting.
Having some money.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, that's so cool because we're both from Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And then she lived in Alaska for a large portion. I was like, that is so interesting.
It's a great chaos.
Right. It was. I was something else. So take me back to Memphis, everybody. Yeah.
I'm out of here. I'm taking my oil money with me.
I was glorious at that moment in life. Yes, I was. I really was.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Oh, that's so cool. We actually just helped a client from Alaska that just moved here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
I find it fascinating.
Yeah.
Because Alaska feels like so different.
Far away or just like not even a part of
America. Because it's not.
Yeah.
It's really not. It's a part of America, but it's like Canada and then Alaska. So why is it a part of America? But it is.
Yeah. It was a hell of a purchase.
Yeah, it was.
It was a hell of a purchase.
I bet it was.
It was a great purchase. So.
Great purchase.
Beautiful place. It's just not habitable in my thoughts. It is, but it's just too far. If you like outdoor, cold, skiing, hunting, perfect place to be. Yeah.
That's cool. I'd be down to I know there's some cruises that go out there. I'd love to see
it's a must see.
My brothers go down there to fish. Yeah. They love it.
Yeah, it's a must see, but to live, no.
Yeah, I'm not that serious about fishing.
Yeah.
I'll do like an annual trip to Florida. We do fishing out by Pensacola.
My brothers do
that's
that
my
too.
vibe. I would do
That's my favorite place, Pensacola.
Are you serious?
Because I was born in Pascagoula, Mississippi, which is the Gulf Coast.
Okay, yeah,
it's right there by Pensacola. No, and then I was raised in Memphis, but Pensacola is me and my husband's favorite spot.
It's like a hidden treasure.
I have never been.
The weather, the water, perfect. It's just perfect.
Yeah, like if you look at like the prettiest blue waters.
Oh my God. You see the fish. It's amazing.
You're talking about like Bora Bora, Pensacola. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Most people know about Destin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so people go out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're like retirement. Pensacola's like a retirement
Orange,
community.
Alabama.
Destin's like a retirement community. So it's not really like lively with young people, which is great for me.
That's why I'm like, I don't do that kind of stuff.
Me too.
My team's going to laugh that you just said that because like we make fun that I have a retirement home out there. I'm like, yeah, kind of. Kind of.
Yeah.
But I got like a private beach. It's good.
No, there's nothing wrong with
you
that.
make sure if we close the right deal, invite us there.
We're going.
Yeah.
We're going.
Exactly.
You guys are welcome in February. I'll probably be out there all February.
Yeah. I'm licensed out there too. We can do real estate.
Oh, let's get after it.
That sounds like a plan.
Actually, we'll drop some news. We're actually looking to launch Tampa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Nice.
I actually had a vacation home in, it was the northwestern, or is that northeastern part? It was St. John's in Jacksonville. So it's way up north.
East.
At the
Yeah.
Way up.
Yeah, because we're Pensacola is like the west tip of Florida. Yeah. Yeah, it would be. Let's drink.
All right.
Are we doing another spin or are we just taking a shot?
Was that our third one, JT?
That was the third?
Our third.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Last time.
Go.
Yes.
Oh, man, I'm going to stumble out of here.
That one's full.
Is there something wrong that I don't have to take water after?
I feel like you're a drinker, but you're like trying to get it down inside.
You just enjoy alcohol?
Right. She's like, I don't like it, but you're strong. You're good.
Yeah, we're over here fighting our faces. You're over here like, woo, let's go.
It's tequila.
Yeah.
I feel like we should do a lunch and learn. We definitely should plan something.
I do want to. I haven't done one in a while. Mm-hmm. Just so many things are going on this year. I feel like so many events.
It was a lot of stuff, and now with the holidays, but in February, well, before you go, maybe January, February, March-ish, when things calm in life after holiday, I feel like those are great times because I always tell everybody what you do this month pays you next month in our
100%.
business. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to set the plate.
Yeah.
I mean, for the rest of the year, for as far as what DV Group is doing, we got our pie giveaway we do every year.
I saw that advertised today.
We got our Christmas thing that we do for clients and realtors. Mm-hmm. Super fun. Actually, you guys got to come out. We'll make sure that you guys have a free moment for that. And then we do our vision board.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
We should do that with the team.
I would love to do a vision board.
We should meet with the team and do something like that. That'll be good.
Do it here. Host it here.
Yeah, we should do that.
But that's all I really want to do the rest of the year. Team.
Yeah.
And then just attend stuff, right? There's a lot of galas, association stuff. So it's just a lot.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm ready for we used to do them every month.
And I'll invite you. I'm also director of event director for Women's Council of Fox Valley. Yeah. So we are doing our gala, our installation in January. So I'll definitely let you guys know.
20th, right?
I don't know exactly the day.
I think I got forced, and obviously again, geez,
it's so many women's councils.
Why so many chapters?
I have no idea.
What's going on?
I have no idea, but there's so many territories too. So
but that's the issue for me. It's like there's like 19 different NAREPs I got to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the WCRs. I think I got a gun in my head. I think I already sponsored that one.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't remember seeing anybody from your team last year. No? So I'll make sure.
Women's Council Fox Valley?
Yeah.
That's what Liv and...
No, that they're Northwest. See, this is with Gianni and Laura. Yeah, so yeah.
Marisol, everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You guys aren't sponsors of ours, but I'd love for you too. I'll give you some information about it.
Done on camera. I'm sponsoring.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Unless it's all on the same day.
No, it's not.
Okay.
We try to make sure that we're making sure that we can.
So you guys coordinate different dates.
We coordinate with them as well and try to support.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. What made you get into the industry?
I got into the industry when I was 17. My mom got me into HSBC, which is one of the biggest banks in the world, still is. And then I got into collections, was my first.
I was in collections too.
Yeah, I did 6 months. And then we went into project management. Then they want to throw me into emerging markets.
You just shot up.
It was a quick, and I was young. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then I bought my house at, my first place was at 18. I sold it. And I made like 30 grand profit, and I fell in love. I was like confused. I thought I was so rich.
Right. You were at that time.
At that time?
Yeah,
Shit.
you were rich.
I was like, well, we're going to Olive Garden.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I'm buying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're big balling at that age. And then I got into lending. I did reverse mortgage. Then I did VA lending, which is why I'm so passionate.
Yeah.
I actually didn't start doing purchases till 2017.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I fell completely in love. Sorry, other departments of this industry. I'm only doing this.
Yeah.
This is it. And now I've done financial success, and I notice money doesn't really make me happy.
Yeah.
But when I see people winning, it makes me happy, which is why I want to build.
I like that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for me.
Yeah.
I purchased my first house when I was 21, and I became a landlord at 23. I learned you get it and rent it, and it's just the wealth that comes behind it. It's not just that, the security and life. That's
what money is.
blessings.
Financial freedom.
Yeah. And it's not just that, the generational wealth now that I can give down to my kids is so important. So when I do see people that are faltering or arguing about this and that, there are so many people that wish they were in their position.
Yeah.
They wish
for
even
pre-qualification.
I would love those problems.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. They will love it. And this is just the beginning.
That's so perspective. Like that, it matters.
I love
right?
her perspective.
Yeah.
I'm like,
if they only could see the journey, the blessings that I received from, I'm 41 years old now. When I was 21, I'm still receiving blessings from 20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
Honestly, I mean, even from your story from 14, right?
Yeah.
Like even that was like a blessing.
It was, yeah.
You came back. You full circle.
It was.
Everything is full circle. I'm learning. You know.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm excited to see what do you guys have going on the rest of the year, because I'm feeling this. I think it's going to take off.
We have a lot. I feel like business was slowing, but now it's flowing. You know, by the grace of God.
That's another T-shirt.
It is. I'm a rapper.
That's another T-shirt.
It's the Memphis.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, I'll check Glorilla's for, maybe some other people down there too. But yes, it is. It really is flowing. And again, this is year one of my brokerage, and I have it in Indiana. And like I said, I'm licensed in 4 states as well. But I feel like now with Melanie here as well, it's a breath of fresh air when someone actually, when you've experienced this, you mentor people and they take it and they're excited for a month and then they just falter. This young lady is taking it and just going full throttle. Yes. Really. So that inspires me. That inspires me. Even putting this together, it's just like, it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what you do next year.
Yeah.
I am too.
Do you guys have any big events you guys want to plug besides the WCR or anything else going on for you guys?
That's the last event that I'm gonna be a part of this year. Yeah, we did I'm also director of Three Rivers Association of Realtors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I am. By the grace of God, like I said, this is awesome.
Three Rivers and Fox Valley merged to WCR, right?
They didn't. They're just a big sponsor of them. Is that what it is? Yeah, they kind of collaborate together in a way like that.
So Three Rivers is further south, right?
Yeah,
Joliet area?
Joliet, yeah. So, and that's a huge area because we think of only Joliet, but all those little small communities, Grundy counties and all these places, they're like starting to merge together with it. So it's becoming bigger. I
like it.
Yeah. So
what's the big realtor association out there?
The biggest one, well, I'm part of 4 associations. Okay. The 2 biggest ones is Chicago and Main Street.
Oh, they're ginormous.
Those are the 2 big ones. But then we got Fox Valley, which I'm also a part of. And then we're Three Rivers Association. Those are the.
Is that with Tina?
No. Justin.
Oh, Justin. Okay.
Yeah, Justin was the president. Now someone else. And I feel like it's taken off too. So real estate is really picking back up from COVID.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Three Rivers must have been with Neil and then Justin, right?
And I don't know who the person was in front of them. Yeah.
Cool. No, I love it. Yeah, I think these associations try to do. Yeah, those are the 3 that I typically work with: is Chicago, Main Street, and Fox Valley.
Yeah. But I work with all of them. For me, everything I try to attend, and I want my agents, some brokerages will say, you have to go to here. I want them to be able to be a part of it because, when I was managing broker for a larger brokerage, people were all over. So their schools and stuff, it was important for them to be able to be in Chicago in this place or that place.
I mean, Main Street's just ginormous. But Fox Valley has that, that personal touch.
They do. I really like it.
Yeah. Well, we did it.
We did it.
Is that scary?
And we can walk.
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the tequila.
And we just like you said, make it conversational.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to do. Because all these other industry podcasts, it's like we got the great rates. Like,
exactly.
Who cares,
We're
bro?
like, we seen that on a feed earlier, but it didn't say we think differently.
Yes.
And this is real. Like, this is real life.
We talked about real stuff. So
And what I notice in people, when they're looking for an agent, they really want a person they can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not all about like the sale or getting the money. They want someone that they can really relate to and somebody that empathizes
It's a relationship.
with them. Yeah, it is.
That cares because we have that personal experience.
Been
A
there.
lot of realtors that I found, because I've mentored and stuff so much, are not even homeowners. So they haven't experienced it themselves. So how are
They don't know what it feels like.
Yeah. And I know everyone's getting to a point, but I'm talking about people that have been realtors for 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
I always challenge you, do it, because every time as now an investor, it sounds like you are, when I rebuy a house again and I'm like, oh my goodness, now I understand why they're stressed. All
Things
this
are different.
paperwork,
Things are
all of
different.
this stuff, and then living life. So I then can be empathetic to them again.
You get it.
Yeah, I
You
get
get
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, thank you, ladies. This was fun.
Yes, it
you.
was.
We have to do a part 2.
Yeah.
I
like
would
it.
love that.
Cool. Well, that's another episode. Appreciate it.
All right.
Yes.